Hi, Leah, right?
Sorry?
You're Leah. My name's
Leah. It's Leah.
Leah. Oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. My name is Dr. Hicks. I know you were brought to the hospital by an ambulance today.
What are you saying? Are you American?
No, I'm Canadian. I'm just here on locum for... Okay.
Hey. Yeah, no, I've got to know some guy, I think he's a student, is asking me some questions. Can you just come and pick me up? I just really want to go home. Yeah, maybe I don't know, 10 minutes. He should be done by then. I don't know what he's going to talk about, but I'm sure I can get out of here. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye.
It's not really important, but I'm from Canada. No.
So I'm really sorry. I don't understand what you're saying because of your accent.
Look, well, I really want to get to why you're here in hospital. You were brought in from an accident, and everyone was pretty concerned about you. In fact, we wanted you in a monitored room.
I'm fine.
Well, we wanted you in a monitored room so we can keep a closer eye on you, but I know you're
I'm fine, okay? I've got a sore head because I fell off a thing, and I'm fine.
Well, that's the part I wanted to speak about. It sounds like you fell. Where did you fall from? It was quite a high up sort of cliff, wasn't it?
It was just in the park. Who's been talking to you?
Oh, well, the pre-hospital team that brought you here.
What, they're telling you stuff? Isn't that confidentiality or something?
Well, not in this situation. It's we're all a team of providers that are in charge of looking after you, so we share some information about what happened. And
okay, fine. What do you want?
Well, I really want to get a sense, one, of how you came to fall, because of course that has us all concerned.
That's none of your fucking business, all right?
Okay. I mean, I get that it's not my business, but...
I fell over, I hit the ground, I hurt my head, I'm standing up now, it's fine, I can go home.
Well, that's the part that we need to talk about. We need to have a longer conversation about what your injuries are and how you came to...
I don't give a fuck about what we want. There's no we in this conversation. Yeah, you want to ask me whatever fucking questions you like. I want to go home. I'm fine. I just want to go home.
Time out. Okay, whoa. You ever had a patient like this? This sort of circumstance makes me long for a long and prosperous career in radiology. Emphasis on the prosperous part. I want to let you behind the curtain of the exercise a little bit for a moment. But in order to do that, I need you guys to buy in and to walk with me on the exercise. So, to achieve that, put yourselves in the positions of a room full of debriefers watching an exercise. And then when the exercise is over, we're all going to meet up in the sim house and we can talk about it a bit more with some world experts on debriefing. Can we do that? Can we work on that together for the next 10 minutes or so? Good. All right. So what we've just gone through in part is developing a bit of a fiction contract, which is a big step in developing psychological safety for an exercise such as this. Now, on day one, you saw a masterful simulation exercise of a pre-hospital retrieval and bringing a patient to hospital who'd fallen. And on day two, she's here in the emergency department, and she's acting a bit strange, to put it generously. Of course, this isn't really Leah. This is Renee. And Renee is a talented actor, medical educator, trained physician. And she's put together a whole nuanced character for the purposes of this exercise as part of a specific technique called immersive experiential role play, which is not nearly as kinky as it sounds. I regret to inform you. So there's a whole way in which you can use actors and standardized patients for simulation exercises. There's a real range. Anything from a standardized patient who sits on an exam table and says, ouch, my knee hurts when somebody presses it as part of an OSCE, all the way up to the complex character that Renee has put together. And there's a variety of techniques you can use, include something like a pause and discuss, which is what we're doing now. We pause the exercise, Generally speaking, it would be the facilitator speaking to me to check in, to discuss some points before moving forward. You can also speak to Renee during a timeout, pause, and discuss, except in this particular format, you wouldn't be speaking to Renee, you'd be speaking to Leah, her character, to check in with her. So Leah, how you making out?
Some fucking retarded Americans trying to tell me what to do.
Yeah. So I'm just hitting it out of the park right now. But what this speaks to is the importance of functional task alignment in simulation. Fidelity is a bit of a four-letter word, because fidelity has become more synonymous with physical resemblance in simulation and not educational effectiveness. Your goal shouldn't be to get a sim technique that looks the most real. Your goal really should be to promote transfer of knowledge to the clinical environment, gain learner buy-in, and suspension of disbelief. And if you're looking at those goals with your educational objectives in mind, you're likely to pick a technique that's going to suit the functionality of the task that you're trying to achieve with your sim exercise. And this explains why I'm up here with Renee and not a pig trachea and a set of Bluetooth speakers. All right, time in.
Well, can I just go home, please?
Well, not yet, to be honest, because we have to get a better sense of what the issues are around your care. And to be honest with you, the best way to do that is for us to have a discussion, because otherwise I'm just
Well, then just fucking ask your questions. Just ask. What do you want to know?
Okay, well, are you hurt? Does your head hurt? Do you feel sick to your stomach? Do you feel like you want to throw up?
Which one do you want me to answer first?
How about the head part?
Okay, my head hurts. I fell over. I hit my head. What do you
Okay.
expect? So I don't have to be a doctor to work that kind of shit out?
Fair enough. Do you feel like you want to throw up?
Not really, no.
Okay. Any numbness or tingling in your hands or feet?
Any what?
Like, do your hands feel weak or tingly, or do you feel like one arm or one leg doesn't feel
I'm not
like...
doing these ones, if that's what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Weird little Where's Wally thing going on there.
Fair enough, okay. I'm just trying to get a better sense of your symptoms, and to be honest, if you cooperate with me, this goes much easier for the both of us.
Excuse me?
I'd like to get your cooperation so that I can take the best care of you. To be honest, everyone
How
that
about
saw
you cooperate with me and you let me go home like I asked, because that's my right, because I'm allowed to do that. What do you want to know? You want to know if I can walk? I can walk in a straight line. Is that what you want to find out?
Okay. All right, time out. I literally can't even with this patient right now. I've tried hard to can, but I just can't. So why are we having this discussion at all? Well, healthcare is a highly emotional endeavor. And healthcare providers of all disciplines are consistently asked to gather, interpret data, and make judgments in high-stakes clinical scenarios under extreme emotional pressure. And despite the fact that that's true, we generally speaking take an emotions-free approach to training. We don't necessarily factor in what my emotional valence is and the relevance of that to the decision that I'm about to make. I think the reason for that is we hold this general belief that our rational mind can override our emotional mind when the time comes. And as you heard from Liz Crow, and I think she's right, the opposite is more likely true. So to give you an example of that, we know that you're much more likely to recall mood-congruent information from your long-term memory, which means I'm much more likely to recall information when I'm angry that was learned when I was also angry or I had a state of a negative emotional valence. And so that biases the amount of information that I'm able to bring to bear in a situation like this. I'm going to be very selective in what I can recall. And in addition to that, we know that we use emotions as a very heuristic way to make decisions. We make snap decisions and judgments on people, some of them positive. You may really like a patient. She reminds you of your mom. You're going to look after her. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you really don't like a patient. And you're going to make very different judgments and assessments and decisions based on that. So we haven't really figured out all the ins and outs of training for emotional valence in decision making. We're doing a bit of work on that now with our stress preparation work. I think at the very least it's important to do exercises such as this, where one's emotions are deliberately provoked, and then it becomes the focus of the debrief that follows to talk about how or if emotions played into your decision making, and specifically what management techniques could you use to keep that, to some degree, in check. Because in this exercise, I could do all the things I learned in medical school, all the stuff about trying to validate my patient and so on. But if I lose my cool, then honestly, none of that's going to matter. Time in. Look, Leah.
Fucking don't touch me.
Hey, okay. I apologize. I didn't mean to set a hand on you.
Keep away from me, all right? I know my rights.
Okay, look.
You fucking touch me again, I'm going to call out to those people, and I'm going to fucking sue this hospital.
Okay, I got it. Hey, listen. In reciprocation, if you get really worked up like this...
If I get worked up, what you going to do about it, huh?
Well, you should understand.
What are you going to do?
You should understand.
What are you going to do, you fucking skinny little ass, huh?
You should understand.
What are you going to do?
You should understand that we can't let you leave. And I'm compelled to call security and hold you here against your will.
Because of what?
Until I can get an accurate assessment of your condition. Because I am standing in front of you and I am fine. I have a sore head. Are you stupid? I haven't been able to assess that properly. To be fair, we really haven't had the opportunity to have that.
Touch my head.
Okay,
it's
all
fine.
All right.
Okay?
You really have to cut this out because I don't think it's safe at all.
Okay, you get the fuck out of my way right now, or you will be in very, very big trouble.
Time out. Okay. So we're at the penultimate point in the case. And before I make whatever decision it is I'm about to make, bear this in mind. I'm here late right now on my shift for this bullshit. I'm missing my kid's birthday. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm exhausted. I have about 14 other patients I have to go back and reassess. All I want to do is get out of here right now. Ask yourselves, what would you do in this situation? Would your decision-making really be any different? And perhaps more importantly, what would the role of training using exercises such as this be in mitigating that effect in the future? Time in. I really can't let you leave just yet. It's important that you don't.
Right, because your so stupid American brain can't work out that I'm fine. Let me go. Because I'm allowed to leave. I'll sign myself out. I don't give a fuck, but you aren't going to stop me. And if you touch me again, like I said, that's called assault. You're going to move out of my way?
All right. You know what? Fine. You want to go? Sign out at the desk on your way out, okay? I can feel your judgment. It's palpable. But before you condemn me too strongly, ask yourselves, do you really think you would have made a different decision? Could you have done better? Shit.